Good morning, everybody. We are live. It is day 204 in the Wee Clan Torrance, totally RAWsome July, where Bruce and I are eating and juicing all raw this month, and the kids are semi-cooked, as much raw as we can manage, and they are doing very well with that, by the way. I don't think we've really spoken too much about the children, how they're doing. Gemma is choosing raw a lot of the time, although I do believe I can smell pancakes this morning. So that's nice. Now it's nice for them to get treats. It's another rainy day here in Scotland. So this year for summer seems to be a bit of a washout. I'm watching the trees change colour, and I'm feeling a bit sad because it's like, wow, I think the children have had the paddling pool out twice so far. And I don't think that was after the school broke up either, come to think of it. I think that might have been in the weekends. So it's a bit disappointing because, yes, you'd like the children to be playing outside. And when you're going raw, you've got this kind of, I had the idea that we would go raw in July and it would be, you know, summery and you'd be outside and you could eat. Wow. So no, however, we've been creating the sunshine inside. And if you've been watching us, you might have seen some of that. We're raising the energy every day. Today is day 204 of Dance 365, and it's day, 23 of being totally RAWsome. So today I get to eat again. Yay! I've missed it, and I've not missed it too much all at the same time. It's been strange. On this third time into juicing and the exit out of the juicing, if I wasn't eating today, I don't think it would bother me, but I get the opportunity to eat, and I do enjoy eating and drinking water and juice. So, yes, I don't have a clue what we've got around. I'm sure there's lots of fruit that I can be getting on with until somebody hits a shop or something. Because I haven't given that too much shot. I think this time we're doing a raw dessert. I think the boys wanted to do one last 4 days, but as you'll know, if you've got children, planning things and trying to get things done doesn't always work out as planned. And I don't believe they got to the shops and bought any of the ingredients they needed. So maybe in the next 4 days that will happen and we'll get a raw dessert. But I'm looking forward to some nice salads. What else? Maybe a smoothie if I can remember to get some blueberries. Bruce and I were out for the last 2 nights. We were helping set up space for, well, last night was a bit of fun. Some work that's coming up in November, and I think Bruce was talking briefly about it yesterday, and I popped a link down for it. But you'll be hearing more about it from us, as it's a path of spiritual shamanism and sexuality. So it's a way of integrating the whole self into being. And Bruce and I didn't get in until after 11 o'clock last night, and when we got in we were incredibly energized, and I think you eventually faded just after 12 o'clock and was like, I need to go to bed now. Yeah. Pretty much like that. But I was awake for about another hour after that. So getting up this morning was a bit, come and wake my eyes up at 6:15, but I was down by 27, and we did our stretches and we did our meditation. And we've done our dance. And yes, back in action. Ready to go again. Yeah, so I'm feeling great despite being a bit tired. I'm totally happy with all the decisions we're making. I'm very happy with all the things we're doing. I cannot fault our commitment. I cannot fault our energy and enthusiasm. I think we're doing very well. How do you feel we're doing, Bruce?
I feel we're doing good. There's still things to be working on, but it's just, it's almost sort of dusting over things, if you know what I mean. It's just kind of,
we've been getting into the deep cleaning.
Yeah.
So kind of maybe some finishing touches. Let's pop that over here.
Yeah. Things like that.
How did that get there?
Just kind of, yes, there's certain jaggedy bits to the flow, I guess, through the course of the day, and it's just, yes, pruning those off or ironing them out or just completely removing them. And yeah, sorry, I haven't stopped since I woke up this morning, so it's the first I've sat down.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello.
Check in with your heart. I was just filling them in a wee bit on last night, and the fact that we're out doing new stuff, and they'll probably be hearing more about that as well, because once we finish our totally raw month and progress on, we'll probably be heading more into, yeah, oh, we don't know what we're doing next, but we're opening up more space for healing. We're opening up more space for getting into your integrated self. We're opening up your heart space. More meditations, more, I mean, that's it, more connection to the universe is going on. And there's a lot of talk about shamanism last night and what shamanism is. And it's a path that we kind of follow, but it's a very loose path, and that's one of the beautiful things about that path.
Is that a certificate?
Yes, well, that's the kind of thing. Following nature, and you're probably going to hear a lot more about that. You hear me talking about moon cycles, and yeah, life is very interesting. And as we step away from the mainstream media, mainstream culture, and come into a place of healing for ourselves, and it is really deep. So you're either going to vibrate with us or you're not, and that's really cool. We'll totally understand. But these videos are for people who are vibrating on the frequency of we're moving. We understand that what we're doing is a pattern, and we're actually want to move somewhere else, something that will make us much happier.
Self-aware to the point where you have a desire to change and grow, basically.
If you're not happy, if you're totally happy, then you're perfect. But if you're not happy, then nobody else is going to make you happy apart from yourself. So, and it's a systematic requirement to take down everything that you don't like in your life. And as you make that progression, you don't realize, I think, for a very long time, how unconsciously you put things upon yourself that make you miserable.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yay! Taking it all away.
But no, looking forward to eating. I was hoping to have eaten by now, but that didn't happen. I munched on a wedge of watermelon. I've had a big thick slice of watermelon, but that's been about it at the moment. So yeah, looking forward to eating, looking forward to tasting foods in their raw state. I'm going to make my oatmeal again this morning. Again, I was hoping to sit down with that.
Totally raw.
Totally raw.
No oats.
No oats.
Raw vegan.
There's
the link on it in yesterday's video.
So go to yesterday's video instead of us putting links up every day to the same places. Yeah, what have we got? We're day 23, so we've got 8 days, including today, left of this month. So we finish, or we complete this. Yes, I don't know what it is. It's not a. I don't even know if there's a finish to it. I don't know if it extends into October.
This month of transformation.
More, yeah. But even that continues. It's this Kickstarter month. Yeah, so it is. It's a Kickstarter month. It's an intense kind of drop everything.
It's a game changer.
You know, and from August the 1st onwards, you know, it's about it's about will and discipline, and I think loving kindness as well to our own bodies and to those around us, because as we are affected by how we change, then that'll affect how we interact with people while we're changing, and that'll affect how they sort of do things. It's, you know, this ripples type of effect. So, and
this is raw, and we're doing it live.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's not documented, I think, as intensely as was maybe the initial thing, but it's been pretty full on. And I think with a more relaxed, you know, with a more relaxed August, there might be more kind of analysis and relaxed.
Where'd you get real? Okay, I haven't put that into
with regards to eating.
Oh, okay.
So we're not spending 6 hours a day in the kitchen making juice, for example. Well, we don't, but so that nobody's spending 6 hours a day in the kitchen making juice. But I don't believe that's entirely because it takes 6 hours to make the juices being made. Yeah,
no, making juice is an awesome thing.
Yeah,
I loved.
I
think taking turns is a good thing in doing that. I loved my day of making juices. That was just a day on my own with a juicer, cutting up fruit. It's really lovely. No, so I like that.
But no, I kind of feel like I've kind of, yes, we're doing raw. This is good.
Do you feel punished at all?
No, not at all. Not at all. But
I'm not feeling punished. I'm feeling rewarded. I'm feeling.
It's like going to a beginner's class of something now each week. you know, I've kind of moved beyond I personally am now beyond the challenge of raw and juice, and I want to kind of get into the really deep, shitty shadows of life, and you know, see what those do within a raw diet. And I just feel like we're spending a lot of time. Yeah, this is why people need to go and retreat, I guess, away from their usual kind of environment, because that's kind of how I feel. I just feel that it's quite kind of conflicting, and being able to kind of do that, you can't dive deep. The thing that we were at last night, we're going to be going to a week of pretty deep training in November down near Bigger, and yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that is that kind of environment. So it'll be good to probably do a couple of weeks of juice and raw before we head down there, and kind of get with their program for a pretty intense week. But I suppose that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, I mean, it is, and I'm looking forward to, again, this kind of challenge of having 4 days of eating, and then going back onto another 3 days of juicing, and see how my body responds to that next Monday. Because just there on the Monday, I found that it was very much about my body feeling hungry, my mind not feeling hungry, and that kind of discussion went on for a good chunk of the day. And it very quickly dissipated. I think I said that before, and it was just kind of, I feel empty, but I feel good. I feel, you know, I don't feel lacking. I'm just not full. So I'm kind of looking forward to that coming around again and exploring maybe a few different foods again over the course of this weekend. I'm looking forward to salad. Looking forward to having a nice big pot of salad. And I'm looking forward to, yeah, just that kind of the freedom that August is. You're finished. That's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of the freedom that August affords us to experiment again, and to it's almost like come out of the program that we've given to ourselves, and then implement self-discipline that hopefully over the course of 31 days we've got the fundamentals of that in place now. Because really, you know, it's sort of the 90 days makes the, you know, 90 days seems to be a good day for challenges.
Start a 30-day program of something, a different program.
Yeah, I mean, we've done I would say 4 pretty intense programs. One's getting up at 6:30 every day. Two is doing stretches every day.
Still works.
Meditating every day, and sometimes it's twice a day. On a Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I'm doing a hold space for meditation as well, and on a Tuesday and Thursday that's 20 minutes, and on a Sunday it's 40 minutes now. So we're getting a good sort of a couple of hours of meditation each week, which is nice as well. And dancing every day by 8:15 or at 8:15, you know, so it's, and then vlogging every day at 9 o'clock. So, you know, new habits in our life for sort of 30 days kind of keeps that momentum going into October. Interesting. Kind of keeps that momentum going into, I was going to go for November there, so it's August. And yeah, keeping that momentum going and see what sticks, and not punishing ourselves if something doesn't stick, and but then sitting down, or, you know, spending that time to appreciate why it's come back in again, whether it's not getting up at a good time or not participating in some activity. Why is that? You know, why have I retracted or contracted from participating in that and not progressing it forward? So yeah, I see August is almost being like a really good month for just, yeah, I think it's to relax. I still come back to relaxing out of the intensity of raw and juicing. I find it quite intense.
I'm finding it so relaxing.
It's great. I mean, it's great, but the experience as a whole, holding that together.
I'm looking forward to having potato fritters. It seems that that's one of the things that, well, it wouldn't surprise me. That's what I crave throughout. Oh, it smells like a bag. That's what I crave throughout the entire Bodhi's pregnancy as well, with potato fritters. Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me that that one's creeping up there. It goes along right beside crisps. So I'm crisp, yes. Potato. I like potato.
Don't mention the crisps, right?
And yes, Bodhi was definitely built a lot of by potato. You were.
You want crisps?
Can you tell them what you want? Tell them what you want.
Crisps.
I love you. Well, I don't think we've got any in the house just now. Maybe next month.
That's right. Come back to us a week on Saturday.
Let's have a look. Well, we'll have a look at that. I love your hair. It's so pretty and curly. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. So if there's a treat I'm going to give myself for cooked foods next month, that'll be that. And then I don't know. I'm still not objectionable to good quality eggs at this point in my life, and I'm not objectionable to sourdough bread. To a living bread, cultured foods. So that's my zone. Kind of your cooked potatoes, cooked eggs, cooked fresh, good ingredients, bread, no bleached white rubbish.
Very pretty.
Oh, that is lovely. So I'm more drawn if I'm going to eat to that. Maybe some hearty vegetable soups and. So I'm really.
Veggies with garlic. I've missed garlic this month, I think. Missed garlic and chilies. We've had chilies in the salad.
You can do it anyway.
Yes. On stuff, but I've kind of missed those, and I've missed I just missed some of the richness, I suppose, of cooking as well. So like making.
It's black. I think. Oh yes, it is. I think we haven't done. We can do that with raw foods as well. We haven't actually prepared a raw food meal.
No,
because you can do raw food. We've done it before because we experimented with raw before Bodhi was born, the summer before Bodhi was born, and we ate a lot of raw that summer. And when I weaned Bodhi, it was entirely raw. And I remember being heartbroken when I gave her our first meal, and she was maybe about 9-10 months. Cooked meal, yes, sorry, first cooked meal with cooked food in it, because she was entirely raw. And I didn't want to do that. There was something within me at that point that thought, I don't want this to happen. Yeah. And we've got the result of that. And here's a girl who adores potato. What's that? But she's actually quite good. What's that? I don't know what that is.
She's a big fruit fan.
She eats more fruit than anything else. Is this what?
She eats more fruit than anyone else, as far as I can.
You do. You love your fruit.
There is the decimated remains of apples strewn around the house for the course of a day, and if the strawberries come out, she's straight onto those, or anything pretty much that isn't watermelon. So no, she enjoys her fruit.
Which Gemma will have coming out.
Yes, Gemma will take all the watermelon you can provide her with. It's good. I've enjoyed kind of seeing this being encouraging with the kids as well, is to kind of just see this uptake in fruit and veg in the diet over the course of this month.
Gemma's been asking, can I do this for raw? Can I have this raw meal? And we've never said to her, do you want to do this all raw?
No.
For a meal. And so she's putting that forward to us. I've got to say it's a lot of hard work because it's made up a lot of different things, and suddenly you're counting a lot of different carbs.
Sometimes, depending on
she's type 1 diabetic
corn,
now.
Yeah. Baby corn, you don't count the carbs, but sweet corn, you do count the carbs. And, some things you don't count the carbs, some things you do count the carbs, even though it's all got carbs. Everything, pretty much that's on the plate has carbs, but some you do, some you don't when it comes down to the...
So we're looking forward to getting some nutritional guidance, I think, on raw foods and diabetes management, because we're learning ourselves. And we knew nothing really about nutrition, and we were eating healthy, but we weren't thinking about carbs, or we just ate in terms of when we were hungry and what we wanted, and most of it for me was good, so I was happy about that. But now we suddenly plunge deep into everything is carb counted, and that's crazy. So now we've got to watch our diet, because we don't want to just look at carbs, so we've got to make it balanced. And if we're going raw with it, we've got to so we could do with a bit more. Bruce is talking about a raw nutrition course you saw, and that sounds amazing. So I'm thinking we're going to delve into a bit of that and get a bit better acquainted with all the different nutritional elements of dieting. So we are completely aware of what we're going to do with Gemma, because we haven't taken Gemma on this journey because we need to do it for ourselves first. So this has been, and she's the great thing is she's voluntarily joining us as much as she can, and that's wonderful.
And she went from, sort of late June, where she was scared of us being on a raw diet. She was not quite understanding, I think, what the raw diet was. And then as we were kind of, juicing and eating raw and just kind of seeing what there is. And I think you were spending some time just kind of talking to her about her and showing different videos on YouTube and just, you know, kind of exposing her to what people are doing in terms of eating raw. And she became quite kind of switched on to that.
Lots of good reasons to eat raw food.
She wants all her good stuff, or as she would see it as being, you know, sort of the food that she enjoys, pancakes and, you know, sort of muffins, and she might want fries and, you know, her pastry stuff, you know, so these are all carby cooked things, but she's also enjoying all the stuff that isn't cooked.
Oh, she'll go mad for a banana that's ripe.
Yes.
She doesn't like underripe bananas. Gemma likes
brownie,
white, ripe bananas. Perfect bananas for your nutrition. But yes, as soon as a ripe banana in the house, Gemma's on it.
Yeah.
So she will sacrifice a muffin, anything for a nice ripe banana, and I love that. It's lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's now swapping muffins for apples as well. If you get her a nice red apple. Yeah. So it's like, yay! And that is just her understanding as she's growing up. She's just turned 7. That she can eat these bad things. That's fine, but make sure you've got a better balance of the good stuff, and that can flush out the bad stuff without having a clogged system full of rubbish.
And she does have quite a discerning taste for, I think, fruits that are tastier, I suppose. So, you know, red apples as opposed to red and green apples is just kind of her thing. It's you know, signs to her that she's getting better food, I suppose. And just seems to be, I mean, I kind of go on the basis that the body itself is our indicator for, you know, whether food is right for us or not. And, you know, for Gemma to not be appealed to by underripe bananas as an example, you know, no green, and definitely not just like I like a yellow banana from top to tip. Much prefer a yellow banana than a yellow green, or going into the brown sort of spotty. And I can eat, you know, all of them, but it is quite interesting that Gemma, you know, naturally is drawn to what is the most nutritionally ripe, you know, phase of a banana's kind of shelf life, as it were. And Bodhi's kind of the same as well. She's just kind of, she knows, she's kind of a bit more the opposite. So you're trying to put things down to her to eat that, you know, they aren't whole foods, that aren't raw foods, that aren't, you know, sort of.
She rejects
anything
stuff that's remotely processed. She rejects.
Yeah, she's not a fan at all. And so we try, I suppose, because
the most processed we get are the things, fish fingers, beans. Waffles.
Yeah.
There's and then chicken
and pastry type things as well. You know, sort of we do a pastry sheet stuff, but she doesn't take those.
Pastries, all the things that Gemma's eating. She eats a bit of muffin, but even then, that's not. Yeah. She loves chocolate.
She walk away from that.
Yeah.
But put a bowl of fruit down to her, and you know, turn your back and round again. Chocolate bar. Somebody mentioned chocolate bar, unfortunately. So. Yeah, you know, she'll munch away at a big bowl of fruit before she'll munch away at vegetables, and before she'll munch away at sort of not good processed food, as it were. So yeah, that's,
going down the what's that?
You know, it's a good thing that they've already got this kind of foundation that's within them without having to then, you know, kind of change them so much. Just all we need to provide is a little bit of gentle encouragement, and that seems to kind of do it. So anyway, I need to move because I'm out of the house. And
yes, we've got things to do.
In about half an hour, and I still need to make my breakfast, so I want to eat before I go out. So I think we should. I think we should move along.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. If you've taken the time to watch us, that's really nice of you.
Yes,
good luck in your own journey, whatever you're doing. Comments below if you want to talk to us or send us a message. You can join us on Facebook and Twitter, although I might not know what to do if you do anything on Twitter. Facebook and YouTube, pretty much the platforms. You can find us on, well, Bruce isn't on Facebook. You can find our Wee Clan Torrance on Facebook.
You can find us around.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you all tomorrow for everything else we do then.
Thanks. You're awesome.